26.
It's a break that Amleto needed. Danny right now is totally lined in on both lanes. Amleto, who I would have made a 10 or 15 pin favorite at the start of the match, finds himself in a position where he really needs to strike right now to get back into this.
7th frame, working on a strike. Finally gets that right lane figured out. Flushes it right in there.
Looks like he moved a little bit deeper on that right-hand lane. As you can see, a 26 pin deficit.
Headed to the 8th frame. Still, if the guy that can perform at the end can still win this match.
Amleto is still well within this match, and he knows it.
Big shot right here, though, in the 8th frame.
But he needs to continue to keep the pressure on Danny. Right now, if he were to strike here, cut it down to 16 pins, Danny might be feeling a little bit unlucky after leaving that solid 8 pin.
Yeah, the mental gymnastics back and forth can play in a guy's mind.
Yes, it does.
The overreaction to 6-10. Good break and not leaving a split, but he needed a strike.
Yeah, he breaks the split down. But this is a shot that Amleto Monacelli could not afford to throw. As you see the ball going square on the head pin. Fortunate to break the 7 pin out, just leaves the 6-10.
Converts the spare, but falls behind by 28 pins as Danny Wiseman gets up here.
And Danny Wiseman now bowling in the 8th frame.
Leading by 28. Coming off a solid 8. Says, I'm going to hit him light. That's your favorite hit anyway, Marshall.
Oh, it certainly is. That light hit with that strong ball.
Especially with these reactive balls nowadays.
Yes, even the players that don't throw the ball with a lot of hook or a lot of revolutions are using that light hit to their benefit.
That's why the averages are higher on the PBA Tour now.
Yeah, it's the reactive balls have given them an extra strike or two a game, and you know that in-between strike has raised the averages a lot.
9th frame can really put this match away here. Solid 10. So he's got a solid 10, another solid 10, and a solid 8. The rest strikes.
He's bowled a very professional game, and he's doing everything right except just leaving a couple of tough breaks here and there with the 2 10 pins and the solid 8. Once again, switching balls, hard and straight, taking his time. That's Danny Wiseman's game.
Cross lane at the 10 pin, has it. Amleto, though, was still a little light. He could strike this match out.
He's still got a chance. He can take this match out for 220. Right now, that would force Danny Wiseman to mark in the 10th frame, not unlike our opening match.
Ozio did it.
Ozio struck out to force Amleto to get up and mark in the 10th frame. Now Amleto's got to do the same thing to have any chance in this match.
There's one. A light hit on the right lane. And we can see there's the score right there. 28 pins the difference. And as Marshall said, if Amleto strikes it out, he finishes with 220 even.
And he will definitely need that for any possible chance.
Stranger things have happened. You got to take them one at a time. First one in the 10th. Left lane, second match.
And see if he makes an adjustment for that high hit in the 8th frame. Sends the ball quite wide and gets them all. Good adjustment.
Slap that 10 pin right out of there.
That was always my favorite shot. I just like the look of that 10 pin being slapped off on the half pocket
so
head.
Did that give you a psychological boost and kind of get the adrenaline pumping a little bit more?
It did for me. I always we used to call that before I came out on tour a pro carry, because when I would watch the bowlers on TV, when I was watching you on TV,
yes,
Mike.
Yeah. That's when you were a child.
That's when you were very young.
Needs this one to cut it down to 8 pins.
For any chance.
And again, it goes high, leaves the 6-7. So it basically eliminates any chance that Amleto has unless some disaster befalls Danny Wiseman.
Well, Danny will just have to get up in the 10th frame and stay behind the foul line and get a couple of pins to win this match. It's pretty much over. And it's amazing how a player of Amleto's level could lose the shot so quickly. He was very much lined up, shooting 245 his first game, and then this game ends up shooting 206.
My calculations are right. Danny needs a total of 5 pins. If he gets 5 on this first ball, it's a winner.
I'm going to go out on a limb
and say he'll do it. Huh?
He's going to do it. but he's not going to do it any faster than he threw his last shot. Wants to stay within his routine and get ready for that next match.
See that follow through? Pretty shot. Just rips that 5, saws it into the 7. And already he's thinking ahead to the semifinal match.
As well he should be.
Right now, kind of practice time. Keep your stroke, keep your rhythm, keep the line. Something Amleto did not do.
Well, yeah, he wants to continue to strike out. He can shoot 238, I believe, this game. Continue to throw the strikes, continue to keep that momentum going, because he knows he's going to have a very tough match coming up in the semifinal.
In the semifinal match, it's going to be Japan versus the USA. We got our own version of bowling's Davis Cup here.
Yeah, and you know that the crowd is not going to be rooting strongly for Danny Wiseman.
But there are a number of American bowlers there that will be cheering and rooting.
Well, there
for
certainly
Danny.
are. As you can see, many of them in the audience right now.
Wiseman on the fill ball. Finishes with a strike. 238. 9 strikes in this match. 3 spares. It could have been 300, Marshall.
Well, every shot that he threw that didn't strike were great shots. 2 10-pins and the 8.
There we see the final score. Danny Wiseman, the winner, 238. Amleto, 206.